Alright guys, hey, it's Rob again from Team DBZ Biscuit, back with another deck profile. Something I've been working on in my spare time, and you know, I've got it to run where it's somewhat consistent, so we'll put it up, and there will be wholesale changes made, I'm sure, to it, but let's go Gadget with it again. Like I said, it's Gadgets. We run two of the golds. Two of the golds are great because you normal summon. The effect is you can special summon one from hand. And then honestly you get the effect off of it, you know. So you say you normal summon gold, you special summon green, you special summon green, you get the effect, you search out red, and you know, you just keep the cycle. It's a hand replenishing thing. Along with the golds, silver's once again, silver gadget, normal summon it, special summon another gadget, get that gadget effect. I mean, honestly, you know, first thing I thought of was when I started building it was, you know, oh boy, a deck that can summon Ouroboros that is an evil swarm. You know, and that's two news gadgets. That's followed up with two of each. Greens, gotta have green to search out the reds. Like I said, the reds come along. You got two reds. Red searches out yellow, and of course that's followed up by two yellows. Yellow searches out green, and the whole cycle just keeps repeating itself 2 times through. And then I have to say, this is where my deck starts getting a little weird, because I run two Karakuri Watchdogs. I run them on the basis of, the only reason I do really run them is that I'm not making Karakuri monsters, but it's great to be able to tune her into a Scrap Dragon or a, you know, something beefy, something like Stardust Dragon or even Crimson Blader, which stops a lot. You know, if it destroys something, your opponent for their turn can't special summon or special or normal summon level 5 monsters or higher. It's a good thing if you can get it out against a blue-eyes white dragon deck. Customary in the build, one Cyber Dragon in case you have to go Cyber Dragon. Normal special summon Cyber Dragon, normal summon gold gadget, yellow summon yellow, you know, gold gadget into something different. That's really good. It also runs a Machina engine. Stars of the Machina Force, of course, are here. 3 gear frames. Gear frame allows you to search your big bully card, Machina Fortress, in which case you also run 3 of them. The other thing about Gear Frame is he can become an equipped card. So say your opponent Regeki's a Fortress that has Gear Frame. Gear Frame goes to the graveyard, Fortress stays on the field. Fortress's effects are really wicked too. I really like using them. If he's destroyed by battle, you get to destroy 1 card on the field. And if he's targeted while he's on the field by an opponent's card effect, you can look into your opponent's hand and discard 1 card from their hand. It's a really nice venture. To the graveyard, by the way, not for Pendulum players who think it'll go to the extra deck. And my one really odd placement in here is Glow Up Bulb. A lot of people be saying, you know, Glow Up Bulb? Why Glow Up Bulb? Why not Glow Up Bulb? Say Glow Up Bulb's in your graveyard, you have a Call of the Haunted. You call the Haunted a gold gadget. Gold gadget's effect, you get to special summon one from hand, you bring out a red, activate Glow Up's effect. You know, Glow Up comes out, now you synchro for a 9. What's a good number 9? Trishula. Next thing you know, you're banishing from the grave, you're banishing from the hand, and you're banishing from the field. Glow Up Bulb is a viable threat in this deck, and that does it for the monster lineup. Spell cards, I run the 1/4 Upstart. You need some sort of draw engine in this. I mean, it's not bad enough that 80% of the cards in the monster deck are Stratos, and search something else out. Another 1/4 in the deck, Foolish Burial. In case you want to you got that Call of the Haunted in hand, you send that gold gadget, you set that call, you know, you can special summon out. Run 3 MSTs. 3 MSTs just for that back row again. Honestly, Twin Twister, don't get me wrong, good card. Not necessarily a great card. MST, you know, because Starlight Road's a thing still. I accidentally forgot one monster. Machina Cannon. Machina Cannon's great because you dump Machina Cannon, you can special summon Fortress out of the graveyard. My last set of trap cards is a 3/4. It's Iron Calls. Iron Call is a monster reborn for machines. The neat thing is, if you Iron Call something like a gold gadget, silver gadget, effect happens. No, it doesn't actually. Wait a minute. That's right, because of Iron Call, effects are negated. So, I mean, but still, think about it. If you got Glow Up and you got a gadget in hand, you Iron Call one out, you Glow Up, all sorts of weird stuff you can do with the Iron Call. My trap lineup, pretty heavy for a raw built deck, but this deck really does need the trap support. I start off with two Memories of the Adversary, because Blue Eyes has that big ritual monster that can't be targeted and destroyed. So once again, I go back into my earlier Dark World days of playing Memory of an Adversary. Yeah, I would take 4K to the face, but the monster will be banished, and then at the end of my opponent's next turn, he is mine. Now my opponent's going to know what it feels like to have to deal with 4,000 attack. That can't be destroyed or targeted. Let's see how he likes it. 3 Threatening Roars. Threatening Roar is great because it automatically, you know, makes your opponent skip battle phase, and it buys you some time. Which is sometimes with this deck, it does get clunky and it needs time. Draw Engine support, 3 Reckless Greeds. Not a big fan of Reckless Greed because you can't draw for 2 turns. I'll be honest about that. But honestly, if you can get 2 of them off at a time, it's almost worth it. If you get 3 off at a time, it's definitely worth it. Because if you get 3 off and your opponent has nothing in his back row, you stand a better than average chance of gaming him that turn. So Reckless Greed is a definite yes. And my 1/4s in this deck, I have 2 of them. I have a Compulse and I have a Bottomless, just because, you know, things like to special summon big butted monsters, and you don't want to be sitting there on the field with nothing to do. Compulse, you know, send it back to their hand. You know, it doesn't hurt. And then I run 1 Call of the Haunted. I was torn between Call of the Haunted and Dragon Oasis special summon level 4s. Right now, Call of the Haunted has it at 1 because very randomly do I see my gadgets in the grave that quickly. Usually they're hooked up on Exceeds and, you know, they're pretty much safe on the field. But that does it for the main deck. Side deck, you know, basically Light Imprisoning Mirrors, you know, Soul Releases, Shadow Imprisoning Mirrors to stop dark decks. But the extra deck is good. The extra, like most gadget decks, it spams level 4s, so of course you need your Honor Arcs. Your Honor Arc to steal somebody's things. Your Abyss Dwellers to stop those graveyard effects. Dark Rebellion Dragon just so you can detach and become bigger and beefier than your opponent. Cowboy to burn him for game. Castell to say get that crap out of here. I run 3 Giga X's. Again, level 4s. Freaking massive in this deck, level 4s. You know, you detach, you get to search out of basically a gear frame or any 4-star monster, you know, level 4 monster. I usually use it for gear frames because I don't have them in hand. But that does it for the level 4s, like I said. Lots of rank 4s, I'm sorry. Rank 7s with the fortresses. You got your classic Big Eye and you got your classic Draco Sack. That's all I really use. Draco Sack if I need to stall. Big Eye to steal the stuff. But like I said, you know, this deck isn't only an overlay deck, it's a synchro deck. I can synchro because of Watchdog. All I need is a gadget and a Watchdog on the field. You got Stardust Dragon. You got Scrap Dragon. Scrap Dragon pops something on the field to destroy 1 card on your opponent's side. Crimson Blader to make it really rough and difficult for those Cosmo players to send out, you know, if this destroys a Farm Girl, they can't bring out Dark Destroyer, Slip Rider, or Forerunner for the turn. So they're pretty much, you know, sitting there being, you know, nullified. And of course, like I said, I gave an example with Trishula, and yeah, I do run it in the deck. I run it because, you know, it's really easy to get 2 level 4s and a glow up bulb in the grave. You know, and, you know, bring out Trish and, you know, banish that card on the field, banish, you know, something from the grave and banish from the hand. I'll do that any day for a level 9. And of course, my last extra deck card, seeing I do want to run the 1 Cyber Dragon, and it's a pretty good example. You know, you special summon Cyber Dragon, you special summon a gold, or normal summon a gold gadget, you special summon, say, the yellow gadget, you get the yellow effect to search the green. But imagine this, if you will, guys. Imagine it if your opponent is playing Quillforts, and they've got 4 pendulum summoned monsters on the field. You bring out 3, and you say, Contact Fusion into a Chimera tech. You're about to hit your opponent for 7k right to the mush. You know, and that's the best, probably the best example I can give it of why it's a good idea. You know, but who wouldn't forget being in a regional and getting mashed in the face for 7k? You know, it'd be a life-altering event for me. You know, that's the build, guys. You know, like, subscribe to the channel. You know, we're here to stay. And in case you don't know, I'm going to throw it out here during this deck profile. We have that new 500 subscriber video out. Guys, yes, that mat is real. That thing is beautiful. I've seen it. You know, like, subscribe, comments, you know, more than welcome. This is Rob from Team DBZ Biscuit, and I am out of here.
Go, Gadget legs. Go, Gadget skis.